Top 7 Foods that make IBS worse after 50. And what to eat instead. Have you ever been halfway through a hearty bowl of chili, only to be ambushed by your own stomach like it's staging a full-blown protest? Or found yourself sprinting to the bathroom like you're in a senior Olympic event minus the gold medal? Well, if you're over 50 and dealing with IBS, you're not alone. And friend, it might not be Ute. Might be what's on your plate. Today, we're diving fork first into the top 7 foods that make irritable bowel syndrome worse after 50 and what you can eat instead to keep your gut humming like a well-tuned 65 Mustang. So buckle up that stretchy waistband and grab your digestive tea. This journey's going to be part science, part storytelling, and a whole lot of, well, I never would have guessed that. Let's start with the big picture. As we age, our bodies start doing this sneaky little thing called sarcopeniates, the gradual loss of muscle mass. It's like your biceps are quietly retiring to Florida without telling you. But guess what? Your digestive system isn't immune to this muscle exodus either. The muscles that help move food through your gut slow down, become weaker, and suddenly, foods you used to handle like a champ now leave you feeling bloated, crampy, and betrayed. So, what's the culprit? Let's count them down. Number 1. Dairy. Let's talk about dairy. Yes, dairy. That creamy, dreamy darling of the food pyramid. The stuff of childhood joy. Cold milk with cookies, stretchy cheese on pizza, and the kind of rich ice cream that made summers worth living. But once you cross the magical age of 50, dairy can turn from comforting companion to digestive double-crosser, faster than you can say, extra sharp cheddar. Here's the scoop, no pun intended. As we age, our production of lactase, the enzyme that breaks down lactose, milk sugar, tends to plummet. It's like your body looks around and says, "Welp, guess we're done digesting dairy," and then tosses the lactase out with yesterday's newspaper. The result? Dairy slides into your gut like a Trojan horse, all smooth and innocent on the outside. But inside? It's releasing the chaos troops, gas, bloating, cramping, and that dreaded rumble that sounds like a bowling alley in your belly. Imagine sipping a milkshake and suddenly your stomach turns into a middle school science fair complete with bubbling beakers, gurgling tubes, and a minor explosion behind your belly button. Now, you might be one of the lucky ones who can still handle a bit of cheese or yogurt without sounding like a human accordion. But if your gut has started treating dairy like an unwanted houseguest, it's time to rethink what to eat instead. Lactose-free milk and cheeses are widely available and taste surprisingly close to the real deal without the gastrointestinal regret. Think of it as hiring a stunt double for dairy. Looks the same, tastes the same, but doesn't wreck the place. Or try nut milk salmon, cashew, oat whatever, suits your fancy. Pair it with probiotic-rich Greek yogurt, unsweetened please, to get some friendly bacteria in there, helping keep the peace in your gut like digestive diplomats. Visual idea? Picture a Greek yogurt knight riding in on a spoon, armor gleaming, sword drawn, defeating a dragon made of brie and whipped cream. Victory has never tasted so smooth. Number 2. Fried foods. Fried foods. Just the name makes you salivate, doesn't it? Crispy onion rings, golden chicken wings, fries that crunch with every bite like a symphony of satisfaction. For decades, these crispy delights have brought joy to backyard barbecues, diner booths, and late-night cravings. But after 50, those golden treasures start to behave more like dietary time bombs. Why? Because fried foods are drenched in fats that slow down digestion to a crawl. Picture your gut as a conveyor belt in an old factory. When you were 25, that belt zipped along at full speed. Now, it's got squeaky wheels and a few tired workers. Toss a greasy fried food into that sluggish system and it's like dropping a bowling ball on a lazy river. The fat just sits there and ferments and burps and bloats. Your intestines go from calm country road to downtown traffic jam, complete with honking noises you definitely didn't mean to make during your Tai Chi class. Not only that, but fried foods often contain something called advanced glycation end product sounds like a sci-fi villain, right? These compounds promote inflammation, and may mess with your gut lining, worsening IBS symptoms and possibly contributing to other age-related conditions. What to eat instead? Meet the air fryer, your new best friend. It gives you the crunch and crisp without the oil slick aftermath. Try air-fried sweet potato wedges or crispy tofu bites that crunch like they just passed a boot camp. Or, better yet, bake or grill. A beautifully grilled salmon, filet shimmering, flaky, lemon-zested can be your gut's golden child. Bonus? Salmon is loaded with omega-3s, which are like internal firefighters for inflammation. Visual idea? A greasy French fry riding a motorcycle into a burning building while a grilled salmon dressed like a firefighter zooms in on a water jet, spraying down the flames with a lemon wedge. Heroic and delicious. Number 3. Sugar-free gum and candy. Now let's talk about those tiny, innocent-looking sweeteners. You know, the one sugar-free gum, low-carb candy, guilt-free treats wrapped in shiny foil, promising sweetness without consequences. Spoiler alert, there are consequences. The problem? Most of these sugar-free goodies are sweetened with sugar alcohol sorbitol, xylitol, mannitol. They sound like something out of a science textbook, and honestly, they behave that way too. Your gut can't digest them properly. So they go marching straight through your intestines, fermenting and fizzing like a chemistry experiment gone rogue. Ever eaten 3 pieces of sugar-free chocolate and then felt like a Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade balloon tethered to your own pants? That's sorbitol at work puffing you up from the inside out. And here's the kicker, you don't even have to swallow the stuff. Even chewing gum with these sweeteners can trigger your gut. Why? Chewing causes you to swallow air, and that air gets trapped like a party balloon in your intestines. Visual idea? Imagine a piece of sugar-free gum morphing into a mischievous little imp, pumping air into your belly like it's inflating a beach ball, while you float helplessly like a confused astronaut in your own living room. What to eat instead? Need something sweet? Reach for fruit, the original candy. Dates, figs, banana sweet, satisfying, and full of fiber to keep things moving along gently. If you're craving that bite-sized experience, try freezing grapes or blending berries into mini smoothie pops. Need a breath refresh? Peppermint tea is a classic, but you can also chew on real mint leaves like you're starring in a 50s health commercial. Bonus points for style. Number 4. Beans. Beans, the musical fruit. You know the rest. And it's all fun and games until your stomach sounds like an offbeat jazz band after chili night. Beans are a paradox. They're incredibly healthy, rich in fiber, protein, and nutrients. But they also contain oligosaccharides, complex sugars your body can't digest. Instead, your gut bacteria feast on them like they're at an all-you-can-eat buffet. And the result? A bubbling, gurgling, tooting symphony of discomfort. Imagine a baked bean putting on sunglasses, strutting into your colon like it owns the place, and blasting polka music until your intestines beg for mercy. After 50, your digestive system is more sensitive to this fermentation party. The slowed motility from age-related muscle loss, yes, even your gut muscles are on the retirement plan, means gas doesn't pass as easily, lingers, and lingers. Like that one friend who never gets the hint that the dinner party is over. What to eat instead? Don't give up on beans completely, just prep them like a pro. Rinse canned beans thoroughly to remove excess starches. Soak dried beans overnight and cook them with gut-friendly herbs like cumin or bay leaves. And introduce slowly. You wouldn't run a marathon without training, don't sprint into Beanville either. Or try lentils. Lentils are the mellow jazz version of beans. Less gas, easier to digest, and still full of that glorious fiber your gut needs. Red lentils in particular are like the golden retrievers of the legume world. Loyal, gentle, and always a good idea. Visual idea? Picture a pinto bean crashing through a brick wall on a motorcycle, while a red lentil in glasses calmly walks around the wall, sipping chamomile tea and petting a cat. Same destination. Less drama. Number 5. Caffeine. Caffeine. The morning savior. The afternoon pick-me-up. The secret ingredient in your "don't talk to me until I've had my coffee" mug. It's been a loyal companion for decades through deadlines, diaper changes, grandkid visits, and bingo night. But after 50, that delightful jolt of Java can start to feel less like a hug and more like a punch to the gut. Caffeine is a stimulant. It revs up your nervous system like a game show host on espresso. Let's spin the wheel of adrenaline. But here's the twist. It also stimulates your gastrocolic reflex, the signal your stomach sends to your colon to say, hey, let's clear out some space. In younger years, that might have meant a swift and satisfying trip to the loo. Now, it's more like a dramatic overreaction, like your gut's hosting a fire drill every time you sip a latte. If you have IBS, caffeine is like the jester that pokes the dragon. It ramps up spasms, increases urgency, and can lead to those must-find-a-bathroom-now situations that strike fear into every road tripper's heart. Visual idea? Imagine a cup of coffee dressed as a court jester, juggling espresso beans and laughing maniacally as it kicks open a castle door marked : sending guards, aka your gut muscles, into a panicked frenzy. What to drink instead? Herbal teas like peppermint, chamomile, or ginger can give you that warm cup comfort without the chaos. Peppermint especially is a natural antispasmodic. It soothes the muscles in your digestive tract like a lullaby for your lower intestines. And if you're not ready to quit coffee cold turkey, try decaf or switch to a low-acid brew like cold brewless. Acidity means less irritation. Think of it as coffee's calmer, older sibling who reads books and remembers your birthday. Number 6. Raw cruciferous veggies. Broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, oh my. They look so innocent, don't they? Little trees and fluffy clouds of nutritional power. The stars of the salad bar. The darlings of Eat Your Veggies posters. But raw cruciferous vegetables are sneaky. Underneath that crunchy, virtuous surface lies a bundle of insoluble fiber and sulfur compounds that can wreak utter havoc on sensitive digestive tracts. Here's the drama. These veggies contain raffinose, another one of those gut-fermenting sugars. When they're raw, your body has to work overtime to break them down. Picture your stomach reading the instruction manual for raw cauliflower and sighing, "What am I even looking at?" Then your gut bacteria take over, enthusiastically fermenting every undigested scrap. Gas ensues, bloating follows, and suddenly you're wondering if you swallowed a beach ball covered in bubble wrap. Visual idea: a tiny raw broccoli floret entering your stomach in a stealth ninja outfit, throwing sulfur stink bombs and kicking open doors marked peaceful digestion. What to eat instead? Cook them! Steam, roast, saute, whatever floats your culinary boat. Cooking breaks down those tricky fibers, making them easier to digest while still preserving their health benefits. A steamed broccoli floret is like a reformed punk, still edgy, but now polite at dinner parties. Or swap in gentle greens like zucchini, carrots, or spinach. Picture a cozy spinach leaf tucking your gut into bed with a hot water bottle and a lullaby. Bonus: roasted cabbage with a little olive oil and sea salt becomes a caramelized, crispy delight. Grandma never told you that cruciferous veggies could taste like chips. Number 7. Alcohol. And finally, we come to alcohol, the great social lubricant, the champagne of celebrations. The red wine that made you feel cultured in your 30s, sophisticated in your 40s, and welgacy and regretful in your 50s. Alcohol is a triple threat to anyone with IBS. First, it's a gut irritant, especially for the delicate lining of the intestines. It's like inviting a rowdy party guest to your digestive system, loud, disruptive, and prone to knocking things over. Second, it's dehydrating. And a dehydrated colon is like a dried-up creek. Bed nothing moves, nothing flows. You end up constipated, cranky, and maybe questioning all of your life choices after that second margarita. Third, alcohol messes with your microbiome, friendly bacteria in your gut that keep things in balance. Think of it like firing the orchestra conductor and letting the flutes and tubas do whatever they want. Chaos, my friends, musical and otherwise. Visual idea: a wine glass in a tuxedo dancing into your stomach, then pulling out a foghorn and disco ball, throwing a rager while your intestines try to sleep. What to drink instead? If you're not ready to give up the ritual, consider mocktails. Fresh mint, cucumber, sparkling water, a splash of cranberry. It feels fancy, festive, and your gut will thank you. Or reach for kombucha but go slow. Some folks with IBS do fine with small amounts. Others may need to build up gradually. Think of it as training wheels for fermented fun. And remember, hydration is your digestive system's best friend. Water is like the reliable plumber of your gut. No drama, just smooth pipes. So there you have it. 7 foods that may have been your digestive BFFs once upon a time, but now act more like frenemy houseguests that overstay their welcome and steal your Tupperware. Here's the good news. You're not powerless. In fact, the opposite is true. You've got wisdom, experience, and the freedom to reinvent your relationship with food like the gut-savvy rock star you are. Because eating well after 50 isn't about deprivation, it's about liberation. It's about feeling light, clear-headed, energized. It's about saying goodbye to bloat, cramping, and emergency bathroom stops, and saying hello to comfort, confidence, and digestive peace. So next time you're tempted by that fried triple cheese chimichanga washed down with a double espresso and a Diet Cola chaser pause, remember your gut deserves a little TLC. Give it what it needs. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who still thinks beans are harmless. Let's age wisely, digestively, and with a sense of humor. Until next time, stay regular, stay radiant, and keep feeding that fabulous over 50 body the way it deserves. Cheers.